Oh man. All right, we're going to start off tonight's Pop Force 1 live stream by highlighting this comment right here. Sam says, John is late on purpose. It gets the chat all fired up. But doesn't it though? Like a little bit. It gets a little bit fired up, you know. We can't always start on time. That's really boring. But guys, welcome on in. Happy Thursday night. I see some fantastic people already here hanging out in the chat. Hopefully you guys are fired up because we're going to be breaking down all of the massive New York Comic Con announcements that we got over the last 48 hours. We pretty much know 95% of the catalog. So welcome on in. I'm going to bring in our other two amazing hosts. Guys, please welcome in Professor Josh and the Poppin' Duo. Let's get them in here.
Guys, don't encourage John being late.
Don't do that.
Do you guys want to do this on Friday instead of Thursday?
It's not that bad. It's not that bad. But guys, how's it going? How was your week? Things were crazy. NYCC stuff we're going to talk about. But how are you guys doing?
I mean, yeah, pretty good. I mean, luckily, right now we haven't got much from this hurricane.
I was going to say the hurricane seems to be going a little bit west, huh?
Big topic of
I see a lot of people in the chat. It stayed really west. Also, the majority of it, even as it turns, seems to be like more north. So Panhandle's getting hit hard. The storm surges are getting like that anywhere in that Panhandle kind of region. Rain up through Georgia, and some places can't handle the flooding. So hopefully everyone is doing well up that way. Really in Orlando and Central Florida, we got lucky. We didn't have a lot of rain today. We had a little bit here and there, and tonight I think we'll have the majority of the rain that we're getting and winds. But yeah, that's it. It's supposed to really come. I think I was looking at earlier. I was like, yeah, it's going to come mostly during when we're on the stream and afterwards. So I think so. If I lose power or something, that's probably why. But we're just getting kind of the tail end of the bans. That's I mean, for us, that's really like a bad rainstorm during normal week kind of thing.
Well, prayers to everybody that's affected. Hopefully,
I think
it's everybody. I'm just going to say that, even though I know it's not possible.
Georgia, it's going to be bad. Georgia and like going up that way, I think the rain's going to be terrible for them. So hopefully, everyone that's coming in its path, soon. Hopefully, you guys can stay high and dry and safe and not because I think it's going to be a slow moving once it gets over land. It's going to be one of those things. It'll take a few, I think said through Sunday kind of thing, affecting areas. So,
have you guys canceled classes or anything through the college?
Stuff was canceled today, but really, I think everything could have probably went on today. But they did it out of precaution because you don't know how it's going to turn.
That's how we get with snowstorms sometimes.
Yeah, and I mean tomorrow they already said everything's opening back up. They said they'll look at in case something happens tonight, but everywhere, all the school systems and most of the like workplaces and stuff like that, I think will be regular business tomorrow.
Nice. All right, well, yeah, I just want to echo what Vince said. If you guys are affected by this hurricane at all, please stay safe. Don't be on the roads if you don't need to be. Most of you guys are probably used to these storms by now, but don't underestimate the weather because you never know when it can turn for the worst. But let's say hello to all of the fantastic people in the chat this evening. Magma's in the building. Vern Gray had a nice comment here. This is something that I've heard quite a bit in the military. If you're not 5 minutes early, then you're pretty much late. Sam is here. Fat Boys Kicks is in the building. Susan's in the house. What's up, Evelyn? We do have our first celebratory channel member anniversary chat right here. Dr. John coming in as a channel member now for 25 months. So cheers to you, Dr. John, over that 2-year hump. That is incredible. We appreciate the support as always. Funko 411 is here. Who else is in the building? I saw Dave is in here. Pop Funko UK is here. Pipsqueak is here. Jason's in the building. Christopher went. Anna, Gus, Jeremy, Wagon Man, William, Monster Pete, Daniel's in the building. Daniel said he enjoyed Funko 411's video today. Very nice. That's awesome.
Michael's videos are always good.
Yeah, if I miss you guys in the chat, feel free to drop a comment, say hello. we obviously want to shout out as many people as possible. But let's get into I saw Randy in here. Hello, Randy. Randy brought up a good point. We'll get into what we know at least about the dish tracker stuff in a little bit, but let's talk New York Comic-Con. Have you guys had a chance to look at all the exclusives that Funko announced?
Did. I'm looking forward to, not a lot for me per se, but I thought it was a good mix of stuff. I'm looking forward to several things that are going to be very hard to get. Some of the stuff that I look forward to the most, Jen, remember when we were talking about like 2 weeks ago? We said that we needed stuff that was going to be almost impossible. Well, I think we got a couple of those things.
We do, and I'm actually, this is going to sound so weird. I'm happy to see people so upset because here's the thing, like everybody wants to have, like, we all want to have cool items, right? That's the whole point of like being a collector. But if they don't make limited pieces, then there's not going to be items that are hard to get. So I'll pull up here in a minute. The foremost limited items are in connection to Funko Fusion, which I was expecting at least one Funko Fusion exclusive for New York Comic-Con, but I was not expecting this. And I think this is great.
Pieces. Yeah,
four super limited pieces.
Yeah, one that I have to have. So that's fantastic. But I said it actually, I commented on Funko's post when they released that. I said I love and hate this so much, which is good. It's good that you have to, something you got to work for. I don't like that we can get everything. I like having some limited pieces every once in a while.
I mean, I think that's why we kind of like NFT lines, and things like that, because you can't just buy them off the shelf and that's it. So,
and here's the thing. I mean, the reality of the situation is you've got, and I'm actually happy that these are not the only limited pieces that we're getting. 411, we're definitely going to talk about that later because that's a big thing that I'm very upset about. But we're getting 4 limited pieces right off the bat in connection to Funko Fusion. For those of you guys who haven't seen it yet, the Skeletor here is 1,000 pieces. Dilophosaurus, only 500 pieces. These are all going to likely be show only. And then you have Chucky, 1,000 pieces, and Megan coming in at 500 pieces. Now, I'm curious, what do you guys think as far as the curve? And what I mean by like the curve is, do you expect these to drop in price very quickly after the con? Or do you think because Funko is kind of timing this at a great point, great moment here with Funko Fusion being new, everyone's excited to play it, like I could actually see these holding pretty decent value for a few months?
Yeah, I could see that. I feel like these are, I mean, I have a hard time like getting out of the Skeletor frame of mind, but like you think about the 900 piece Freddy's that came out. There was 4 900 piece Freddy's after SDCC, and like those dropped pretty hard pretty quick. But man, are these going to be $100 plus a month out? I would say yes, right? I think they're I would be surprised if they weren't. I think I'm gonna be curious. Is there enough Freddy collectors out there? But these characters are pretty popular. Like, what's the Skeletor gonna bring? I'm gonna be intrigued to see where these fall in line.
Yeah. Man, I think the biggest thing is that these aren't Freddy's, and I think that will actually help them a little more because they fit a different collector group that has been inundated with limited pieces. Where how much is there a Skeletor that is 500 pieces?
No. Well, there is a 480 piece. I believe the Black Hood Skeletor is 480 pieces, if I remember correctly.
But isn't that from like 2013 or something?
It is, and it's like a $1,200 pop.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's a great, thought into it. It's like this. Plus, it's tied to something in the game. There's still going to be a redemption code, most likely in these as well, too. What will the 5,000 or 500 piece thing lock? That adds a whole nother barrier where you might have people that just play video games
Yeah,
That
want
was
to unlock something that only 500 people have or 1,000 people have.
so I'd seen Chase Chaser just said the same
yeah. I
thing
wanted
to
to bring
promote the
up.
video games. I think it's a great point. But with that being said, to kind of I like saying piggyback on Josh's point, because I was just going to say that you're not only going to get the Skeletor, the Megan, the Chucky. You're not going to just get those collectors that are going to go after these. The video game people that have maybe channels that are doing video gaming with Funko Fusion. I don't know if that exists or not. Honestly, I don't look into
No,
it too much.
there's quite a few gaming
I'm
channels.
sure that there is, but
that
people are going
doing
to want
Funko
this
Fusion
just
content.
because if they did it smart, it does unlock something in the game. And now people are going to want to have that just so they can say that they have that. So I think this is actually a perfect way, believe it or not. I think this is a perfect way to promote the game and have these all be limited. I think it was probably a good idea. We'll find out if they did anything special with them and whatever. And yeah, I definitely listen. Anybody going to the show want to pick me up to Skeletor? John, I heard you were going. Could you pick me up Skeletor?
I will if I can. I absolutely will.
Listen, that's all I can ask.
I
right?
I have a long list of items that I need to
I
pick
know.
up.
Listen. I know you got other people you got to purchase for first. If I make the top 100 for you,
it'll be at someone's booth. I guarantee it.
Yeah. No, we are in talks with a few people. Honestly, guys, I'm kidding about having a long list of stuff that we are intentionally picking up. But if we are able to get anything, we will 100%. I'm giving it away.
and I know how
I'm giving it to people. I'm not selling anything straight from the
Yes.
con. But I don't know if we're going to be able to get anything because that's just how it is with New York Comic Con.
And listen, even if you got a spot in line, you're probably not guaranteed these.
No, these are going to
they're going to have what 250.
If they only have take Skeletor right here. If it's 500 or excuse me, 1,000 pieces,
250 a day.
That means 250 a day. That's nothing.
No, that's nothing.
That's not. It's going to go quick. But in response to Chase's comment, I really like Chase Chaser because he always has some great perspectives, which I think is fantastic. He said he's all in for limited pieces, but when the Pops are promoting a game, it makes no sense for them to have a limited count. And I think you have to remember at the end of the day, Funko needs to remain a collectible company. And even though they are producing a game that they obviously want to sell to the masses and use it as maybe someone's entry point into Funko, I think a majority of the people that are initially going to be buying the game are Funko collectors. So I think in the Funko Fusion Pop line, you definitely need to have grails. There needs to be, think about it. What about the collectors who simply want to collect Funko Fusion just because they like the boxes, just because they think the pops are cool? I think it's good. I think every pop line should have pieces that are tough to attain. So,
you got to look at it this way too. Let's say a week or two after the con, what are people going to be talking about? They're not going to be talking about all the exclusives everybody picked up from GameStop and Hot Topic and all these places. They're going to still be talking about how am I going to get this one? You know what I mean? Look at the hype that was around the 500. Well, let's call the 50 piece. And I'm not saying this is a 50 piece, but you think about all the hype and what people talk about and what people are trying to track down. These are going to be some of those that are on the top of people's lists because of the exclusivity, maybe because it is part of the game, some of the genres that are covered in these. So I think it keeps them talking about this even longer. So I don't think it was a bad, I thought about it, at first, I just assumed that these were going to be everywhere. And then when they did what they did, I'm like, wow, that's actually kind of smart. It was probably a smart way to do it to keep people, talking about these for after the con.
I mean,
and before.
I was surprised that though they only had the limited ones. They didn't release any other Funko Fusion version. So I wonder how much at New York Comic Con they're going to be promoting the actual game. I mean, they might have giveaways or something small, like they did the Bitty Pops with the Eddie little Bitty Pops you could win and stuff like that. So they might do something with that. But I was wondering because it seemed like that it would have been a smart time to do just something that kind of went with the regular drop, like on Funko Shop and with the Funko Fusion. I think that's one thing they missed. It's great. I love
I agree, and I think that's what Sam was trying to say too. He was like they should have done 2 limited and 2 regular con stickers for Funko Fusion. I definitely think that they should have done at least one just regular Funko Fusion. But I find it so weird. Like, how are they not doing another version of Eddie? Or I thought for sure we were going to see the edified Proto after they just teased it not too long ago as a New York Comic Con exclusive.
You never know. We might still see.
Yeah,
something.
you never know. And I mean, we still haven't seen any Frannies. Like, they're not super quick to act with that. Like, when we saw Franny at C2E2, I just assumed we were going to start seeing, you know, maybe one at SD. Well, what do we have? We had one at SDCC.
We had one at SDCC where
now,
I thought we were going to get like 20 of them at Fun Days, and then we got
figured at least a couple, but nothing.
But this is the crazy thing. So since we're shifting gears really quickly, and I'm trying to highlight and answer as many comments in the chat here. So I've got a few that we're still going to answer. I do want to highlight really quick. Oh, where did it go? Where did it go? Oh, Michael. Michael says, new here. Love your content. Are you sure they are going to allocate a certain amount each day? And I really appreciate you. You know, welcome to the channel and everything. Yes, they do allocate when it comes to any New York Comic Con exclusive. Since they sell tickets and they have booth slots for all the 4 days, they have to divide the inventory between the 4 days. You can't have people standing in line on Saturday and Sunday for items that already sold out Thursday and Friday.
And I will say in the past too, there's been stuff that hasn't arrived on Thursday or Friday.
Yeah, I was going to say they have
Saturday
kind of messed that up
in
before.
shipments and things like that. So they've had like weird things like that happen, or wrong stickers, or all kinds of, you know, kind of things that happen. But I've seen where it's been delayed, you know, a day or two. Most likely like Thursday and Sunday will probably be the least of them, because those are days that still aren't sold out. Friday and Saturday are sold out at New York Comic Con. Thursday and Sunday are tickets still available right now.
Sunday usually doesn't sell out because it's Kids Day, and a lot of people don't want to go when there's that many kids and families around and everything. And it's also the last day of the con. People have to travel home to get back to work on Monday. And Thursday, a lot of people still are working. They're not able to take off. Yeah, exactly. But the only Franny, as of right now, I find this super hard to believe. The only Franny that we're getting is this one as a biddy in the 4-pack, which this 4-pack of biddies, I think, is going to sell out in like 5 minutes. I think it's going to be very tough to get.
It's just like Fun Days, right? The 4-pack of biddies. And the 4-pack sold out on the website.
Yep.
Too.
That's what I'm saying. Whatever amount they allocate to the website on the day of the drop, I think this is going to sell out super quick. So a lot of people need these biddies, and these 4 characters look so good. The Ghost Freddy, the Frankenpup Proto, Bride of Frankenstein Franny, and the Creature Freddy.
So
they look so
this
good.
brings the idea. We're seeing like more Halloween type things with a lot of this stuff. Are we thinking still there might be a teaser for a box we haven't seen yet?
I think there has to be a box. I mean,
kind of at home, maybe at home box. Like that's it. Like not, or maybe they'll have some at the con as well too. But
I think it would just be an at home box. I don't know. I find it, the whole not having a Franny pop is just crazy, because I think that like it's Funko's newest character. Like, and the fact that they don't have a Proto either, like you're establishing, obviously, you know, everybody loves Freddy, and we are getting a super cool Freddy. Like this headless Freddy, the mold is just ridiculous. Like this is just so cool. Now I saw some people complaining about the color of this pop. Like, you know, we'll see what it looks like in person. I think that if they were to do an at-home box of fun, box of fright, whatever you want to call it, there would be several variations of this exact Freddy in the box. But what do you guys think of the Freddy?
This mold is so good. The color doesn't bother me at all.
I'm so glad it's not show only with this. I was really worried about it being show only, especially because it's one of the fun of one pops too. Mm-hmm. They're going to have the Proto, but the person still has a chance to sell that. So I'm curious if that person will sell it or just keep it as well too, because that's the deadline's coming up. I think October 3rd or something like that. Really soon. So I'll be curious if the person keeps it or not. Whoever has it in their wallet at that time will get everything. So that's kind of cool. But I mean, color's fine with me. I mean, what
Yeah,
would they want it to be? Just
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know what they would want it to be. Some people were just, I think it's, you know what it is? I think it's because the background of the glam shot is all blue, and
yeah,
then
and you don't have it in the box to kind of get the, a little
yeah,
more
exactly.
contrast.
So it kind of just, when you look at this picture and the New York Comic Con stickers blue, it all just kind of blends in. And you know, I don't know how you guys feel about this. This is kind of a side note. I actually don't think that, I know Funko tried something different this year.
The
I know
Airways.
we're bouncing all over the place. I don't think the Airways thing matches all three cons. I think it was great for C2E2. I think it kind of worked for San
they
Diego,
pushed it for
but
this one.
but
They
yeah,
didn't-
for San
nothing fit
Diego,
the
like
theme. Like Halloween, they're dressed for on the flight. Like they really had
yeah,
to push. Like they
they
had to
did.
spin it. It was like a spin. Like they're doing this, but we have nothing left, so we got to make it work. I think if they
Yeah.
were doing it, they could have done. I mean, done it as like the haunted airport or something creepy like that.
Yeah, something like a zombie airport, or yeah, something like that. But I think C2E2 should have been Airways. San Diego Comic Con should have been all pirates. They should have just went all in on the pirates theme. And then in New York Comic Con, you have a layup because it's so close to Halloween. Just make it every year. It's just Halloween themed. Everybody loves Halloween.
I'll be the silver line. I like that they tried something to kind of get you to want to like go one after the other. I thought the passbook thing was cool. Like, I'm not gonna knock them too hard because I honestly kind of like the theme of it. We got to experience the C2E2 part of it and being there in person and doing that. But I get where you're at because like even the pops, like if we look, I'm sure we're gonna look at some of the pops here, but they're definitely more, you get the Halloweenish vibe in. Yeah, it doesn't work as good for this, but I like that it carried throughout the year. I didn't mind it overall. But I know what you're saying. It doesn't make as much sense here.
It doesn't make as much sense when you have a product exactly like the one on screen where it's clearly all Halloween themed, and
right.
I think it's going to sell very well. But also at the same time, like this slide right here, like this item makes me so happy and so angry at the same time. And I'm happy because I like the biddies. The biddies, I think, are a good product. I think Funko is actually handling them very well. Like just sprinkling in one biddy exclusive, maybe 2 or 3, if with the Fun Days ones and everything, each con is perfect. But how on earth are you giving us these molds, these characters as biddies and not as regular size pops when they would kill? Like I think that these characters right here would do so well as like all 15 to 300,000 piece variants.
Well, we're gonna find out. Are we gonna see any of these?
I think we still have the opportunity to hopefully, quiet on a box, but they don't have very long. It's soon coming, but
no, and I mean precedence wise, like we didn't see the biddies that they showed on SDCC. We didn't get to see those either. Like that, they had that cool pirate Franny with the like do rag on it. Like I love that. I love that mold.
We never got a pirate.
And we didn't get a pop of it. So yeah, I hope so. I would love to see if we got a at home box.
I hope we do. And the other part,
and limit them. Don't make it hard for us to get them. Like seriously, don't. I hope everybody doesn't get one.
I hope they do. Like I want them to do something crazy, like only 3,000 boxes or something. Just
do
make
5,000 and let's all fight to the death for it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Let's make it fun.
It'll probably do
the other flip side of this item that makes me upset is how on earth do you drop a biddy 4-pack and you not drop one soda? Like we're not getting one soda, which is just incredibly frustrating, especially when for Hot Topic Scare Fair, we're getting this amazing Art the Clown soda.
That one is pretty amazing too.
I'm sure it's John's favorite soda to date.
I know. You know what? I'll take a clown at this point. Like I'll take whatever you want.
And you're desperate for those sodas, huh?
I am desperate for sodas. Like I want to rip sodas. And I feel for all the soda collectors. Like I'm very upset, and I don't understand. It's the inconsistency now. Like I think Funko should sit down and they should really figure out a formula. Like figure out your con catalog that's going to be consistent throughout your 3 major cons. And C2E2 and San Diego Comic-Con were similar, and I think that's why overall there was obviously some issues, but overall they both did well. New York Comic-Con, they're doing a lot of different things now, unless they haven't told us all the items because they still want to keep some surprises for maybe a couple days before the con, or maybe when people even walk up to the booth, they're like, oh, we have this limited piece. They've done that before in the past where they've held out on us, but I'm kind of disappointed with no sodas and no Franny. Like that is so upsetting.
I really did. I mean, earlier in the year, I honestly thought that we were going to see that Velma, and I thought NYCC made the most sense. So I was banking on that. I was hoping on that because I really would like to fill out that Scooby soda collection.
Yeah. And Mason, what's that pop in the house, guys?
Congrats, Mason.
See some people congratulating him in the chat. Very well deserved. 60,000 subscribers, man. That's awesome. Onward to 75 soon, and before you know it, you'll be at that magic 100, which is amazing.
Yep. So I guess the big question with just going back to the clown real quick. Big question is there's a giant chase sticker that looks like someone else.
Where did they get that idea?
Happen.
So I do want to talk about that really quick before we get back to NYCC.
Yeah, if we want to talk, like, I don't know, man. Like, you guys think that was legit?
I don't know,
because I did a little investigative.
Someone might have put it on afterward.
That's what I'm saying. I did a little investigative research. So they have another picture. I think it was from Funko Finders. Let me check, because it is the exact same can. It's the exact same desk taking the picture on. You could tell because there's a little tear underneath the chase sticker.
Yeah.
And on that photo, there's no chase sticker on there. With that being said, though, the Scare Fair sticker is pushed off to the other side of the can, like you're seeing here. So I don't know what it was. I hope that's not what they're gonna do.
But this makes no sense. Like, I know we've seen a lot of weird stuff on, major news feeds over the last couple of weeks, but this is just completely out of whack. Like,
it looks like it was just moved. Like the Scare Fair one was moved over, and then this was placed on there.
But here's the thing: why would they put all right? Like, think about it from every which way possible. If you're Funko and you're purposely sending sodas with chase stickers to the stores, like, let's just hypothetically
why put them in cans? Don't put them in cans.
But no, like, let's just play this situation out. Like, so they're gonna get on the shelves and they're gonna have the chase sticker. Well, guess what? You're not gonna sell any of the ones that don't have the chase sticker. So that is the dumbest business decision in the history of business decisions. So,
well, I mean, John, at the same time, I mean, people buy pops that have chase versions, and they still buy the regular pop.
Why would you use the giant chase sticker? I mean, it's the same.
Pops aren't blind packaging. This is blind.
No, I know. I mean, listen, I would hate that if that's what they decided to do, because it's just.
Why would they do that? And honestly,
someone just moved it.
I think somebody must have had to have put this on there just to market.
I mean, the colors.
That's a really good idea to mark your sodas with the chase.
I mean, who would have thought of that?
Who would have thought of that?
I don't know. It's amazing. It's an amazing, absolutely amazing idea that somebody brilliant would think of that. But I feel like they would not. I mean, they have to know. Listen, do they not know their product? They don't know that's what people are. That's like doing the mystery minis all open style, like they do at Five Below, but have the hard to get variants. Why would anybody? You know what I mean?
Why would anybody buy the regular one? See, that's the thing. They kind of screwed themselves with mystery minis too. Why would I buy all these mystery minis and risk getting doubles if I can just buy the one with the window? It's the same thing. And I see Colton said maybe that it would stop people from opening them in the store. That's on the stores, to be honest. And the sodas, the very few sodas that I've seen at Hot Topics that I've gone to, they're behind the counter for the few that they even do have. Like, I bought the Shreks earlier in the year, and they had them just sitting behind the counter. Like, people aren't going in there. That's issues you had in the big box stores like Walmart, Target, where they're behind or they're on shelves that are unsupervised, where kids can just go in, teenagers, whatever. Grown adults can just go in there and rip them, look for the chase, and then walk away. Like,
listen, I have a theory. Maybe they wanted to kill off sodas. Here is a great way to do it, because it takes all the fun out of them. So if this is what they're going to do with the chase sodas, like, I mean, maybe they just wanted to finally end it, and this would be the end
here's
of
the
it.
thing,
I
though.
think.
Like, and I see some people saying, they think it's real, they think it's legit. But why would Funko then make? Why even make the soda?
So-
You're not going to sell it. It's not going to sell. Why would anybody buy? Especially what they're $18 retail or $17.90 at Hot Topic. Why would I go up and buy a common if I know? And also to the poor people that don't
No,
follow social media,
I do agree with that.
that walk into the store thinking that they have a chance at Chase. That can't, I mean, if this is the way it's going to be, these cans better say there is no chance at Chase. The Chases have been marked.
So, John, I sent you the other link of the other photo you were mentioning. There's a different photo out there. The Scarefarer moved over, but there's no Chase sticker.
That's what I was saying. And it's the exact same can because you can see the tear in the same spot. So somebody either took that Chase sticker off, which could have happened. Maybe it was on the outside of the packaging. I doubt it. I mean, if they put it on there, they had to put it underneath.
But it's weird that the two sealed ones show the Scarefarer. So it could be on the outside of the packaging too, which we've seen plenty of times as well.
Could be on the outside of the packaging.
Scarefarer could be on actually the wrap instead of on the soda itself because they didn't know what the sticker was going to be look like or whatever. So I think that could have easily happened where now you just got to put it on yourself and then you throw on a Chase sticker to look cool and like know what one's the Chase now. So it is, but all the two shown to the left there show both of them with the Scarefarer right where next to the soda symbol. This one that's open, once it's open and the plastic's off, shows it over. I'm guessing it's on the outside, like we've seen plenty of times before with other past cons and stuff like that.
I just think if that's, it's just such a bad move. Like I would still I'll be honest. I think that this
inside the can would be awesome.
I always thought that that's what they should have done. Honest to God, I always thought that that's what they should have done. I know that they've had so many problems with quality control. I understand why it never really happened. I think that they always should have included a Chase sticker inside the can because morons like me, and listen, maybe you guys, I know you guys mark your cans as well. I have to mark my. I've given away. I'm not like it. I had to solve the problem that I had of giving all my stuff away. But with that being said, it just, it's not that people won't buy the commons because I see people still picking up the commons. But sodas, if I like the soda, this is a great example. I'm buying 3 of these all day long, even full retail because I like this that much, and because it's Hot Topic, maybe I'll wait for high cash. But regardless, I would buy at least 2. Why would you put why would you put the sticker on it? Because what is the point at that point? Now, if you're buying it from a big retailer like this, does it matter as much? Because we're going to just buy them and hopefully they're going to throw them in. I mean, they throw other Chase pops in. It's not like somebody keeps them at the warehouse. So, I guess maybe it could still happen, but
but this is my issue, and Funko 411 kind of echoed this here. He wants to see the other side of the can. Does it still have the Find the Chase logo? That's my issue. And I think that Funko would actually have grounds, I hate to say use the word lawsuit, but the fine print and the details that go into making a product, advertising a product, especially when you're dealing with a licensed character, all of these details and these factors are scrutinized to the detail. So if this can says Find the Chase, but it's coming from the factory with 1 out of 6 with a Chase sticker, that is technically an inaccurate product, and the blind packaging is a complete lie. So if somebody with enough money or enough clout could actually go to Funko and be like, hey, this is not somebody, I think it would have to come from the Hot Topic side because they're the ones distributing the product. They're the ones selling the product on their store shelves. And if they're selling an illegitimate product that doesn't actually have a chance at Chase because all the Chases have been knowingly sold off, that could be a really big issue. And I don't think they're that stupid.
It may not say it on the other side of the can that's got the chance of Chase. Carol, the Scarefarer stuff is all Hot Topic. So probably within the next week or so, I think it's supposed to.
Well, they said originally the 13th. I saw on some of the stuff, but then I've seen other things that said earlier. Now, I think what we're gonna run into with some of this stuff is 13th doesn't make sense because it's a Sunday.
Yeah.
And then I seen another one say the 11th, which kind of makes a little more sense because they do the Friday. What last year it just happened to be, I think in October was Friday the 13th, so it fell perfectly. And I remember actually going to Hot Topic and grabbing some of the sodas and pops on that date when they dropped, and was able to find some. So
I mean,
I think the 11th makes more sense to me on a Friday. I think
that this stuff. I mean, it sucks that we're talking about a Chase sticker right now because look at how good these all are too.
I know, and that's
boxes look good. The soda looks. I mean, I genuinely love this soda, and I want to pull the Chase, and I hope that we're able to get these without them being marked. But either way, I'm going to pick up a couple regardless from the website because I love all this stuff. I love everything that they got here.
When you buy them from the website, if the employee packing it knows, obviously from just,
but they do that with the Chases with the pops though too, John.
Yeah, but
how's it different? It's not different in that sense because listen, I've gotten Chases from Hot Topic a lot, never in store. Now this is where the difference is. In store, I don't even go wait in line for the Chases. Now you have to go back to the store and start. If they get sodas in, you have to be the first one there. You don't get to take your shot at, the 6 in the thing. There's still a little bit of a hunt to it. From the website, it's going to be just like before when we used to do Chase Roulette with pops. I remember buying 5 of the Kid Flash back in the day to try to get the Chase. You know what I mean? And I got like 2 or 3 of them at some point. So they send them out. I'm not worried about that. It just kind of kills the fun of it because if I get it and I open it, like it's the whole excitement. There's a whole thing to it,
Colton, thank you so much for sending this picture. So he actually found the original picture when this first leaked
it says
a couple weeks ago, right? And it says find the Chase on it. So
yeah,
I think this is just personally marked by somebody. Then I don't. There's no way it's coming with the fact
that they use a gigantic Chase sticker like that.
It just makes sense. Because also, why would they want to place the sticker somewhere else when the other sodas we saw had the sticker in the one spot? It just doesn't make sense. I think that it's an easy one to call. There's other ones that, we've verified pretty much now. We've seen plenty of social media Freddies at, Marshalls and stuff like that posted by people. That's easy. It wasn't a one-time thing. This is a one-time thing. Before it comes out, other Hot Topics are going to start posting, that they have these. You're going to start seeing a bunch, I think, soon. I'm surprised. What is it? Don't they do a stream too? The Hot Topic girl, don't they do a stream sometimes and show off stuff?
Sometimes, yeah, I believe so. Yeah, sometimes.
So I could see with the Funko Fair, especially being, the fright, with the whole fair of Fright Fair or whatever it is, the Scare Fair is gonna, it's a big thing for them. I mean, every year now, it seems like a yearly thing they're gonna change it into. So every year at this time, it always falls almost right during New York Comic Con, which I think is funny too. It's they're gonna get exclusives in for that as well. So
this is also a huge problem potentially for the secondary market, because if they're selling all these sealed sodas, you gotta pretty much, if this is, and we'll have this confirmed for sure in a week or two when we all start going to Hot Topics and seeing what it looks like. But this could be a huge problem on the aftermarket, because if people start selling these sealed and they're obviously no chance at Chase because they're not marked, then people are going to get ripped off. They're going to be buying a soda potentially on the secondary market thinking they have a shot at a Chase when they don't. So I think Funko has to know, the sodas have been around for 4 years. They have to know, despite all the change and the leadership and everything, there's got to be somebody with enough brain cells at Funko to realize that people love sodas because of the blind packaging, because of the chance at Chase. Everybody wants to rip it to see whether they get the common or the Chase. So I'm going to be hopeful that this is just a normal soda released. Man, it seems like everything with sodas over the past couple of weeks is just scrutinized and drama and blown up and everything, which is so sad to see, because I just want to see Funko get back to their old ways of kind of what Chase said a few minutes ago, just release 2 to 4 cool sodas a month with great Chases, and let's just enjoy collecting good sodas again,
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Let's
But
get
it
back
should,
to our regular scheduled program.
yeah, let's get
New
back to New York Comic Con. There was a couple great comments that I want to acknowledge really quick. So, it's your boy Anxiety says, always good to see us live on YouTube as well as whatnot. He's loving our new place. He can't wait for the finished product. I am so happy for that comment. Thank you so much for stopping on by. That really means the world. Let me see what else I missed here. And yeah, Funko 401, I agree with you. You know, the person who posted that picture said it was packaged that way. Not sure why they would lie. The only thing I'll say in regards to that is, unfortunately, over the past couple weeks, maybe even the past couple months, it seems like there is a lot of people lying on social media in regards to Funko, because Funko has a massive following, and for whatever reason, people love starting drama. Like anything that Funko releases, I don't know what it is about Funko as a company. Like anything that they release that can be like twisted or manipulated or, you know, picturified in any way, man, people will just take that advantage and post it in a certain way that will get the hardcore collectors upset. And that's us. We're the hardcore collectors, and we want to see Funko do well. We want to see them drop cool stuff, but there is definitely a lot of other people out there who want to see Funko fail. I think that's just it. There's a lot of people out there that just want to see Funko die off, so then they can say at the end of the day, like, ha ha ha, we were right. Funko died. You guys suck. And it's just
John, I think you got a little bit of truth to that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and I think it's just like, hey, if you don't enjoy collecting this anymore, go away. Go to another space. Like there's plenty of other places that you can go, plenty of other communities and hobbies that you can join where you can stir the pot. But we just have so many people in this space, unfortunately, here in 2024 that just want to stir the pot and get everybody upset. And sometimes they succeed, and it sucks.
Yeah.
Pipsqueak says, I know you can't take their word for it, but this is listed on Macari, and the person has it listed as if the sticker came on the can this way. And that's another thing. Honestly, Macari is notorious, unfortunately, now for people lying and trying to swindle you out of your money. I'm not saying that all people out there are lying when they make a listing. This person in this particular case could be telling the truth, but that doesn't really make sense.
And listen, at the end of the day, we're saying all this. Would I be surprised if they put the Chase stickers on the can? I'm sorry, I would not be surprised.
No,
it would be what would bother me about that is like I think what you said, John, I think your exact words was something like, if they had any brain cells at all. Like, I think listen, I'm not trying to cast any, conclusions on anybody, but if they did it, it's just the exact opposite of what sodas have become, and why people buy 2 or 3 or what enjoy, collect, like part of that. I think they'll still sell some of the commons because there's still sodas that are worth getting, but like in stores, no, it's going to be, for me, I'd never buy another soda in the store again, because I won't go and wait for a store to open to get the 1 out of the 6. But they do it for pops. I mean, it's not like a big, huge stretch that they would do it this way. I just feel like they're completely out of touch with what we would want as collectors. But if they do it, I don't think it's the absolute end of the world. I'm still going to purchase a couple of these, even if they are marked. But I hope it's just not the case. But yeah, I mean, I would not be surprised if it is the case, unfortunately.
So before we get back into more of the limited pieces and stuff for New York Comic Con, Marty McFly is upset about the limited pieces for the Funko Fusion Pops. You're here a little bit late. We actually discussed that earlier, and we're actually very supportive of that. And unfortunately, that's okay. Like, if you can't afford the limited piece pops like right away, just wait. They might come down in price later on, but the limited piece pops are not meant for everybody who owns the game to have. And that's just
just a real quick little thing on that. I mean, so any video games have skins that you could buy. Like, I play Call of Duty. There's all kinds of skins that you have to pay like 30 and 40 and $50 for. I've never bought one of those because I don't have the money. I buy too many Funko Pops, so I don't have enough money to buy the skins for those. I look at it kind of the same way. I get the sentiment behind it. Like, I wanted to listen. They had Skeletor in the Call of Duty game. Do you know how badly I wanted to spend the $30 so I could run around to Skeletor? I decided that I didn't want to make it, but I didn't think that Call of Duty was lame for putting it in. So I get your sentiment, but I think that it's actually just, it's kind of the landscape of just the way video games and such are. I think it's, you know, that's okay that they do that every once in a while. And the people that can afford it, it's not me, unfortunately, as far as that went. Skeletor, I'm going to try to pick up of this pop, but you know, I get it.
So this I actually disagree with. 401 says the problem with having a chance at chase every figure that it makes the common worthless, and that is actually highly incorrect. There is a lot of common sodas that actually have pretty good value, and I'll give you a great example: the Scooby-Doo commons. The Shaggy and the villains all go for $15 to $20, and good luck finding a Scooby for less than 30 to 35. And obviously that's an obscure example, right? Because the Scooby-Doo coolers sold out. But there's a lot of other commons out there that, hey, maybe yes, they're not selling for $50 to $100, but can you get $10 to $15 for them? Absolutely. There are some that, yeah, you'll be lucky to get $5 for with the.
There's some, but John, I'll be like, there's definitely a lot more that are not than that there are. There are some. There are definitely some that are super hard to find. Like I have a hard time. Guys, where have you seen a common Sonic? I can't find a common Sonic anywhere.
Good one. Yeah, that's
like you just can't. And there's definitely examples of that, but there are far more examples of.
Oh yeah, if you have like Great Garloo or some of those,
relatively worthless, and really even their chases aren't super expensive. But I mean, but I don't disagree with what Michael's saying, because I think it takes, you know, if they're marked, you're not going to buy them at the store. But it doesn't, for me, it doesn't, like Funko Shop and at Hot Topic especially, like your chances were the same as they always are. It doesn't change your chances, so it's not going to hurt them there. It's just going to hurt at retail stores, and I don't think they're going to be doing a lot of retail stuff other than maybe Hot Topic.
So Jeremy, thank you so much for saying this, because this hits the nail right on the head. People get upset when Funko overproduces, and then they make limited pieces, and people are upset about that too. Like honestly, Funko has made a product where they put themselves in a position where they can never win. Honestly, they will never win. They will
quite
never
literally, John. Listen, I said it not that long. We said it for. Listen, I've said it for years. They should have a sticker that cannot be counterfeited. They should have been putting them on the boxes forever. They finally do it. And all these people are, this is stupid. Why would they put it there? You know, it's like, guys, they're trying to do, why do we have to, like, you don't have to hate everything. I get hating some of the stuff they do. There's some stuff that I think they're trying to move in a positive direction. Like, and I don't know if we're going to talk about the stickers in particular, but I think that the stickers are an amazing idea.
No, we will definitely talk about the stickers.
We'll talk about it. I don't want to keep getting derailed, man. But there's just so much stuff that happened this week.
The chat is crazy. And the last thing I'll say to Michael, he says that Funko is trying to make apparently sodas more like pops. That is the dumbest strategy in the world, because
I agree.
Sodas will succeed on their own by just being sodas. Like, you already have pops. Don't make something else pops. You already have pops. If you want to do rewinds, make rewinds their own thing. If you want to do mystery minis, do mystery minis their own thing. You want to do fig pins. Like, they have all these really nice products that they make, but they all should have their own individual features that make them special in their own way. Now, moving into the next item on the screen here, we actually have another limited piece. And despite everything we just said, and maybe you guys will disagree with me, I actually think that this item is signify, or like, you know, it symbolizes near perfection for what Funko could do for a con limited piece, because this is 8,500 pieces. And there were so many people that messaged us. They were like, this is BS. I can't believe that this Deadpool is limited. I'm not gonna be able to get it. 8,500.
8,500. I was going to say it's too many.
That's a lot. I think
I was going to say 8,500 pieces was too many, to be honest with you.
I don't see this pop unless it's like day 1, day 2 of New York Comic Con. This is probably going to retail for like 30, 35. Maybe they'll push it to 40. I don't know. But I don't see this pop going more than its retail price long term. Like, I think this is a perfect piece. Deadpool, obviously very popular this year. It's unique. It's from a hilarious scene in the first movie. I think this is about as perfect as it gets. But it's still limited, though, to where you can be like, hey, I have a limited piece from New York Comic Con 2024. You know, like, and that's special, and that's a cool collectible. But it's not super limited to the fact that, you know, people are coming out of the woodwork going, man, this is BS. I can't believe I'm gonna have to spend an arm and a leg and give my firstborn so I can get that 500 piece Dilophosaurus Funko Fusion pop, you know. But this is a must have for me. I'm excited for this.
Yeah, like I said, John, I was gonna say that I thought 8,500 pieces was maybe a little too much. So people are saying the other. I think that that's good. I think this is probably the right amount, honestly. And whenever you're talking rides, like 8,000 pieces is a lot. Like that's going to be a lot. It's not going to sell out. I don't think. It's definitely not an instant sellout. This is going to be on the site for a little bit. So I think if you want this, you got to be there that day that they drop. But if you want this, I think you'll get it.
Now,
we haven't seen rides in a while too. I'll say, we haven't really seen much for rides, especially any kind of limited ride piece. So I think that's cool. I don't know if I'd get it. So, but
no, I don't think I don't think I'm gonna get it either. Even though it's a Zamboni, I love that it's a Zamboni. But
also something that we haven't touched on yet, and I know you're still all over the place. Before we get into this item on screen, because we actually have another limited piece. What do you guys think as far as now that we got the news a couple days ago that Funko's actually going to be able to ship to Canada? Canadians are going to have an opportunity here to buy items from the drop. Do you think that's going to significantly?
Canadians are going to go nuts. I can't wait.
Yeah. Do you think that's going to have a significant impact on some items? Maybe.
Jen, actually, that's a very good point. You know, we're opening a whole country up to this now.
Yeah, it'll be interesting with the con drop. Now, don't forget the retail drop is very different because they are different for Canada. So the retail drop does have different. They have almost everything at GameStop, which is very interesting. Almost all the shared stuff is at GameStop. So they must be doing some kind of big collaboration with them now, or there's not anyone else that is in Canada that's willing to. Kind of back it and be a part of it. But it's kind of interesting that only 2 here in the States are, but every single one that's shared exclusive is all at GameStop in Canada as well.
I mean, good for GameStop because I think they're dying. So I think they need some people going in there.
It's fair shipping price too. It's not anything crazy. Even so, what is it, 9 something? I think they said like flat rate. I don't know what that's in Canadian, but yeah, it's like something. I think US maybe. Or I don't know if it's $22 Canadian or
honestly, it's something that's 10 years overdue. So
yeah, for sure.
But anyway, I just wanted to bring that up because I do think that's going to play an impact on some of the pieces, and we haven't even talked about any of the anime stuff yet. But kind of piggybacking on the inconsistency that we have between C2E2 and San Diego Comic-Con and now moving into a different style catalog with New York Comic-Con. I don't know about you guys, but I was kind of shocked to see another pop and bag combo. Now, this is only 1,000 pieces. Do you guys think this is going to sell out? You think this is going to...
I'm more shocked it's not diamond. That's what I'm more...
Oh, yeah. True.
No, we got a nice metallic. Do we have any metallic Wolverines? I don't believe so.
Yeah, a shirt combo. It came in.
Oh, yeah. Was that metallic?
Oh, it was metallic.
Was it? Or was it blacklight?
There was a metallic one, too.
There's a metallic and a blacklight one?
Well, it was before they started showing them in the box, like showing the pop, way before that.
Will this sell out? Yes.
Okay.
I'll be honest, this bag is kind of cool, no?
It is cool, but it's probably going to be $100, $110. I mean, it's going to be, up there.
$120 or something.
Probably 120. Yeah, you never know.
No, it's probably like 120 for the con. Will it sell out? Yeah, I think it'll sell out. Will it sell out immediately? No, I don't think it'll sell out immediately.
Okay.
Will any of you guys be picking this up for the 1,000-piece Wolverine?
No, we have no interest in this.
No, me neither. I don't think.
I mean, it's cool. I got
1,000-piece Wolverine. That's a nice incentive for it.
True.
Yeah,
True.
I mean, I got a 1,000-piece Remy, Diamond Remy.
So
in that bag.
So the other Wolverine I was talking about, a metallic one, is in the yellow suit. Style. It's a little different. It's like an older, I think it's like more of a retro suit kind of thing. That was
I think I know which one I think I know which one you're talking about.
It was with a cool shirt. I looked around for it for a while, and I finally found one.
Hunter, I don't think they'll be offering these individually. It should be a package. It's a
Yeah,
pop and
they make
bag.
you
Yeah.
get both.
Yeah, because
but you can always
if they
make
do
your
that,
money off the other way. You're
Yeah,
a Loungefly
sell the
fan,
bag or
you
sell
can
the pop.
Sell the
Yeah.
bag if you're. I mean, we've done that before. That's why we got. I think we did it with the Tira maybe in the
Yeah, I think I bought it from you.
and stuff like that. Yeah.
Actually, so how did I end up with a bag too?
Well, you got the bag and pop from me because I scored.
Oh, I bought both. Okay.
But anyway, I thought
They
it was
do
interesting that they're not giving us a soda, they're not giving us a Franny, but they are bringing back the pop and bag combos. So we'll see how that does. Yeah. But at the end of the day, yeah, you can do exactly what Josh just said. You can sell the bag if you don't want the bag, sell the pop if you don't want the pop. But I stand corrected. I said in my video yesterday that I didn't think it was actually a good time to release it, that it would have been better suited for San Diego Comic-Con. Several people in the comments, and I want to recognize this, not above criticism by any way. Some people brought up that the Deadpool and Wolverine movie is actually getting released digitally around the time of
I think
New York
October
Comic-Con.
1st. So,
Yeah, October 1st.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it actually, with that in mind, it does make sense that they're dropping it now. I just still think that it would have been a better release, and it would have sold out like that in July when the hype for the movie was at its peak. So,
I think I'll do well. That's what I was thinking when I saw that in your video too, John. I was like, well, I know Disney Plus is releasing it. That'll open the movie to a ton more people that didn't see it in theaters, even though it was probably like, I mean, we all three saw it right in theaters
Immediately.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
that says something right there. Where
we saw it on day one, and I haven't seen a Marvel movie on day one since Endgame.
Yeah, we saw it that weekend, and it was good. So.
Yeah. But let's talk anime, because this con is getting carried by anime. And first thing we'll bring up here is One Piece. We are getting another Buggy the Clown. This is going to be a deluxe pop, though. So do you guys think that will impact the sales at all?
No, because I mean, people have picked up all the covers, the rides. I don't know. Impact the sales. I guess it depends on how, but
think about the ships. All those ships went crazy.
Yeah.
Like I don't think it'll impact it too much, but I think the con's going to be double the value of it's a shared one, right? Correct?
Pretty sure.
It's shared. Yeah, it's shared with Target. So yeah, the con's going to be double at least the value.
I mean, it is our third Buggy also, but we've already got 3 of them.
Weird to be I would think it would have been a Hot Topic exclusive. That's just
they did the first one.
Yeah, they did most of the comic covers and stuff like that.
Chris, yeah, that's true. The last couple of years, NYCC has definitely been carried by all the anime collectors. This isn't the only One Piece item that we are getting. Where's the other one here? Was on that same thing. Oh, it's right here. So we're also getting Corazon for the very first time. This is another debut pop, and something that they're doing right, at least with the anime pop exclusives, is these are a lot of characters that are getting their very first pop at New York Comic-Con, which I think is something that was traditionally done for a lot of other categories, like pretty much all categories at New York Comic-Con. You would see the first Marvel character, first She-Hulk, first XYZ, whatever, first Qui-Gon Jinn in 2016. And now here in 2024, it seems like anime is really the only category where they're doing a lot of debut characters. And I know we're not anime collectors, but I do.
I'll pick this one up. I'm telling you, I'm about 35 deep for my One Piece collection.
Oh, really? Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Interesting. And as we're going through these guys in the chat, let us know, which ones you plan on picking up or which ones you are trying to pick up. I definitely think that overall, there's going to be a big price difference between the con and the shared sticker. So if you're an anime collector, I would definitely try to hold out. You might have to hold out, hunker down for 6 months before you can find a good deal on a con sticker for some of these characters. But
so
it'll be
we've been sidetracked a lot tonight, so I'm going to sidetrack us again.
Do it.
How about the big anime restock this morning?
I know.
Yeah.
That was huge.
Was
I
that
mean,
not
that was a
kind of
lot of
annoying
stuff.
though? Huh?
I mean, I think in
I don't like
2
when they
days,
restock
right?
Funko Shop stuff.
Like it, yeah, it was surprising. Like I get some of like the stuff like the Chalice exclusives and
Yeah,
some
I'm
of the
okay with
other,
those.
ones, but I was really surprised about the what, two at least Funko Shop exclusives with chance chases too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
Like, and
armored
those are
Luffy.
big money chases. They're not cheap chases.
Yeah, the Brook. I listen, full
Brooke.
disclosure, I didn't have Armor Luffy because I missed out on it and when it originally dropped, so now I have it. And same with the Brook. Brook sold out immediately when back in the day.
Yeah,
So I picked that one up as well. So I mean, like
for
I'm
you, it's
saying
good,
I don't like
right?
it, even though I benefited me because I was able to get these for retail and hey, maybe I'll get a chase and that'll be amazing. But the other side of me is I just fundamentally do not like the idea of Funko Shop exclusives restocking. And then if they come in with special edition stickers, I don't like that either. I don't want to buy stuff from the Funko Shop and get special edition stickers. So that's going to annoy me too. That being said, oh, and I also got Goldie Rogers too. That being said, even though
You
it
bought quite a
benefited
bit this
me
morning.
highly, oh, and I think I also picked up the Yamato.
Yeah.
Even though it really did benefit me quite greatly, I still fundamentally do not like it. I kind of wish they would not restock anything Funko Shop. And I don't like that they do special edition at the Funko Shop if that's the way that they end up coming because I feel like it's I don't want to say a money grab. They're a business. They're supposed to
Yeah.
make money, but it's like I don't know. It should the
I'm
Funko Shop releases should feel special, and it doesn't when they do stuff like this. But it did benefit me greatly. So
I'm
I'm kind of talking out both sides of my mouth right now.
I'm always curious if these are new pop they had remade or if this is stock they've had and didn't release when initially. Like that's my curiosity is like
These
are
seem
these
like they've been
I mean
too long.
the stock was like 10,000 too. So it's not like it was like minor. So I'm thinking they knew these would sell. They remade them. I don't know how many have sold out since then. I did grab a bunch to play some Chase Roulette because I haven't played Chase Roulette for a while with any pops, and I thought it would be fun to grab a bunch of different ones, all from the One Piece line to play some fun Chase Roulette with. But I remember getting stuff like Brooke. I remember selling Brooke because I was lucky enough to get a chase and things like that. You know, so um, it, it's bad that you never know when if they're going to restock like this. But it's also especially Funko Shop exclusives. I guess it wouldn't be bad if they kept it on the site and they said notify me when it restocks. Like you knew there's a chance of it restocking.
Some of these though, was well
It's been
over
a
a year
while.
ago.
Yeah,
Like
reminds me of
maybe
Hot
it was
Topic.
2 years ago. Like I just don't like it. I again, and this is somebody that actually it benefited and I don't like it. So I'd rather them not do that. Because it's like if it's just fair game that they're just going to restock everything, it's like I don't know. You start to put questions in people's mind, and it does
Well,
take away
it's
a
the
little
big
bit.
question is Funko now paying attention to the aftermarket in going? I mean, I'm sure they've always paid attention to the aftermarket to some degree, but now are they paying attention to the aftermarket to where they're going out and they're like, look, this pop, and this pop are all
Yeah, I mean,
over $100, over $200, over $300. We're gonna restock this in 6 months because obviously, if people are willing to go out and pay $200, $300 in the aftermarket, then they're going to be fine paying these, paying for them retail again on our site. So,
I mean, that's exactly what they're doing.
It's a huge bummer, and it's a double-edged sword because obviously there's going to be people. There genuinely is people who are on very tight budgets and they don't have a lot of excess cash that like these characters, like any characters, right? So it's good for the hobby in one way because it allows more people to have access to these items by just paying retail. However, at the same time, you're devaluing something that could be a very sought after piece on the aftermarket. And that just hurts everybody. That hurts the confidence of your hardcore collectors who got it when it first dropped, or they went out on the secondary market and paid big bucks for it. It hurts all the small retailers that use them as top hits and mystery boxes or use them for their drops. It hurts whatnot sellers. Like it hurts everybody except for, you know, the little people that weren't able to get it on the first drop.
Yeah, like me.
But unfortunately, I think you have to cater to the people that are the hardcore collectors, that if it's something is on the aftermarket and it's expensive, you have to leave it for the longevity of your product. Like, you can't touch it. You have to leave it.
Well,
Because if you're worried about catering to a small group of people, that small group of people is not going to carry like them. Just all right, the few people this morning that went and picked up these pops, how many of those people are going to go out and buy something from Funko every time there's an anime drop? Probably not many times, because they're just like, oh, I'll just wait for the restock, or I'll just wait for the leftover drop. Like, there's now less of a sense of urgency to go to the Funko shop.
And that's kind of what I'm saying. It especially Funko Shop exclusives, you kind of just assume they have a run, you make it or you miss it, and then that's it. You know, they've moved so far away from that now that, you know, the drops have become like not exciting at all. And unless there's a number tied to it, like, just nothing's really sacred anymore. You know, unvaulting some of the vault, and I don't want to take too long of a discussion into all the negative parts of it, but you know, unvaulting vaulted stuff and re-releasing Funko Shop stuff that they never really did before. It's just, you really just start gravitating really more and more to like these limited pieces from the cons, and the NFT drops now are only limited things. And, you know, everything else is just going to be produced to death. It's a slippery slope. I'd rather them not go down that road, but you know,
if there's somebody from Funko watching, or somebody that's connected to somebody at Funko right now, like, if they want to really get Funko booming again, like, they have to release something, either plan on it being like, hey, we are committing to, like, all right, let's use one of these characters on the screen here. We have Armored Luffy. Let's say it's September 26th or September 2024. Armored Luffy is hitting the website initially on the drop, right? I think they need to commit to like coming out and saying like, hey, we are going to produce Armored Luffy for the next 12 months. So it is fair game that we can drop it on the Funko shop as many times as we want for the next 12 months. And then after that, they go, it's vaulted. We are never making it.
Yeah, say this is vaulted on this date. Like,
yes,
you know, December 31st or whatever we want to say. This is the date that it'll be vaulted. You have until then to get it. At least it gives you some kind of idea when it can stop. You know what I mean? Instead of seeing stuff that was released in 2017 get released in 2019 and 2020 and 2022 and 2024. You know, those are the things that just you start to, you know, it does, especially when now we're in Funko's cycle of life where you have so many characters or so many duplicates of the same character, that now when they re-release of duplicates of different, you know what I'm saying? You have just so much of so much. It just, you start to get like overwhelmed.
I mean, the interesting thing about these ones, though, is really the only values in the chase. The common ones aren't really up there. They're retail price a little more, maybe some of them, but right around, most of them are retail price or below. So the only thing is really the chases are driving the market of buying any of these at all at this point.
Well, we could say the same thing with the SODAS. I mean, it really, with some of this stuff for sure.
That's what you want. So having these, I'll be curious. Like I think you said, Vince, earlier too, about the special edition sticker versus the Funko Shop sticker. Like what actually comes on most of these. Too. Because it could have, another side of it could be just like just like we saw with a ton of international SODAs. They made their way back here to the States because they weren't selling overseas. And it could be also maybe some of these aren't selling in certain markets. They had Funko had to get them back and send them in as well too. So you might even see, like, I mean, truthfully, a lot of either stuff we've seen at like Marshalls and stuff like that have been international sodas or really, really high peak count sodas, like 20,000 and above. Most of it.
Right.
Every once in a while, we'll
Well,
see some other things that weren't, but
yeah.
majority of them are those two.
Well, not to get back into the soda thing too much, but the big reason why a lot of the international special edition sodas weren't selling overseas was because the retailers, like, look at Australia, they were charging upwards of $50 for one soda. Of course, they're not going to sell, so they shipped them back here, where retailers were selling them for $12, $15, whatever. Like, they were grossly upcharging overseas, and in those markets, like, nothing was going to sell at that price. I'm not saying that was always the case. I'm not saying that there wasn't less demand overseas in certain countries for sodas, but they were also price gouging out the wazoo. Now, Pop Analyst brought up a good point. Did you see the advertisement? So it's right here. Intercept them before they're gone. Last chance on anime
They're
favorites.
gonna vault them. Maybe this is we're gonna produce these. We're gonna get these out there, and then they're vaulted.
Which is good. Like that.
Yes, I like that. If that is what that's what they're planning to do, and that's what they stick to, I'm okay with that.
Status, right? Like sooner or later.
But the status, like, if I could have an interview with the CEO and only ask her like a few, like 5 questions, one of my 5 questions would be like, what does vaulted mean? What does it mean?
Right.
And I think that definition of that word has been like just changed, and I don't even know, like,
box, it's got a different,
so like, what is it? Because there's, like, I have no problem with Funko saying like, hey, we're gonna take this version of this pop, we're gonna vault it, we're never gonna make it ever again with this box, this particular pose of the figure, and this number. However, that doesn't mean we can't make a blue one, like, just, they color the whole thing blue with a slightly different box later down the road. Like, they do that anyway with the different variants. But I think it would go so far with collectors right now if they came out, and Funko has the power to do this. Like, they come out and they say other things to the general public. So why not come out? I mean, and this can kind of segue into our sticker thing, where I think they are making huge strides towards combating the fake stickers, and I think it's an excellent move for Funko. But like, you need to establish within the hobby, within the community, what is vaulted and what is the product, like, shelf life or production cycle time of an item, so that way us as collectors know, like, when I click on this page, is it actually the last chance, or are they just doing this as a business technique,
Truthfully, if you look back in their app, I just typed in Luffy just to look back and find him, the Mary, when he's on the Thousand Sunny, with Thousand Sunny, the boat. It still says available. It doesn't say vaulted.
And that was a con exclusive.
Exclusive.
They had another run of those. Did they not? I'm positive that this happened. There was another run of those from 23, and I think that was a 21. I think that did come out, the NYCC, that I think maybe we all went to.
Oh, it's still not 21. On that vaulted list, and I think that's where like you're looking at, and when you're buying something, that's something, I guess, as a person to take in count. I don't think many of us use the Funko app as much, just because it's kind of lost some of its functionality and some of its benefit.
I never used it too much,
but it does tell you the status of a Funko. So the great thing is, you checked out, if I checked out any of the Funkos that have come out, I mean, a great one would be what they just had Eddie come out, right? Release Eddie. He dropped, sold out right away. He's gone. Is he gone? Well, it still says status available, so who knows? There might be more coming out.
Right.
That type of thing. Those type of, you really have to worry about it, especially with no number, those kind of things when they don't vault it.
Yeah, exactly. Everything under the umbrella. They said, I have a thought for a while. Go ahead and either announce the number you're making, even if it's 100,000, or a time release, produce for 18 months, and then done. Create scarcity, even if it's not that scarce. Exactly. Because even if it's not that scarce, like, they say, hey, we're making 100,000 Luffys, right? Okay. Like, you've established a number so that we know, all right, there's 100,000 of this pop. They're going to make it, they're going to make that 100,000 over the next 18 months. and you know, like after 18 months, you shouldn't see that pop again. I think that they definitely need to make, like, there is no ands, ifs, or buts, no wiggle room, in my opinion. If it is exclusive to an event, whether it's San Diego Comic Con, New York Comic Con, C2E2, Hot Topic, Scare Fair, like anything that has a sticker that is attached to an event, it should never be made again. It should not have any sort of different date stamp on the bottom or anything like that. But moving into and 401, I actually agree with that. As far as they need to vault the molds, not the specific pops. Vaulting the pop means nothing when they can come out with 20 more variants. I agree with that 100%. That's kind of what I meant earlier. They need to vault the mold. They will never make that mold with that color scheme for that particular pop ever again.
Kind of interesting to see, though, on the app, if you check it out, almost half the catalog is vaulted. There's 33,000 vaulted, 16,000. So there is a lot of product that is vaulted out there. That means,
well, when you think about it, like Funko has been making items for 25 years, 26 years now, since 98. Like more than half of it should at least like half should be vaulted.
That's what I mean. Like half of it has been vaulted. I mean, half of it probably has come out in the last like 5 years, I feel.
Yeah, you're probably right with that though too.
That's true.
Or at least the stuff they have in here. I sometimes I don't think they have everything in the app.
No, some of those old wobblers and stuff like that. I don't think we're all on the Funko app.
Yep. I see a bunch of other people jumped in. Hello, everybody. Never Ask is here. Liam's in the building. And Mike, what's going on, Mike? Good to see you. Matthew says Funko takes the vaulted, meaning like Disney, they release something, put it in the vault, and then a few years down the road, they open the vault and they re-release it. And that is 100% true. You know, Disney is a huge guilty party when it comes to that. Somebody mentioned it earlier. I think it was Tasha. It's like when Disney adds a movie to the vault, in 10 years it returns. And who else said it earlier? Somebody, was it Patty? Patty said it. When you take it out and you make it again and you know it's popular, you know it's going to sell, it's easy money. It's an easy business decision. However, is that an easy business decision at the compromise of, you know, some of your customers? Like,
100% it is.
Your customer,
and they got to know that. But I mean, there's been enough people that have complained about it. They know that at this point too. That's what, you know, I don't know. I don't understand that sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, I do. I get, you know, they got to make money, you know, they want to make money, but like at some point you're shooting yourself in the foot. But
yeah, and I think and the next topic I want to briefly touch on is NFTs, because somebody mentioned in the chat that they're excited for the next round of NFTs, and I'm excited as well. But I think that ultimately speaks to why the NFTs in general have done so well. It's because they're limited pieces, they only come out once, and then Funko moves on. They move on to the next drop, and then people are excited to get those items in hand because you know that these items are never going to be produced ever again in the form that they are with that piece count. So I think that is a big reason, and they should pay attention to that. They should understand that, and they should really, they have so much data and so many customers now worldwide that they should know what people like, what collectors, how we function. All right, so next thing that Funko is actually doing good, and I've surprisingly seen some people hate on this. So we have something that Funko is moving forward with, starting with New York Comic Con, with the different stickers with the QR code, where you can actually scan the code and it will let you know that your pop is authenticated. Now, right off the bat, what do you guys think about this?
I don't really understand the I mean, listen, I just want, all they needed to do was make a sticker that can't be duplicated. The sticker that they showed, because I seen the little video that they released of this sticker, it's lenticular and holographic and all this stuff going on. Like, these stickers are not going to be fake. I absolutely love this. I wish they would have done it a long time ago. I think that's the biggest thing that I hear. Obviously, I wish that this would have happened a long time ago because, you know, it just, there's, like Josh said, half the stuff that they've released probably has been released in the last couple years at this point. So I wish it would have happened sooner, but I applaud them big time for making this. And I think the biggest complaint is everybody is thinking that now everything's going to go up by $1 a pop or something like that, or there's going to be a price increase. And, you know, for me, if they charge them, I don't know if they're going to be doing this on every single pop. From what I understand, it was only on like con pops and that kind of thing. But if they end up doing it on everything and they had to charge another 50 cents, personally, I'm okay with that. Um, people at some point are going to make their decisions on, what they're going to spend. And yeah, they're going to push back against any other kind of increases. But I think this is a huge, really big, important step to be taking, especially with the amount of fakes that come into the hobby and new collectors that come in and get burned and want to leave the hobby after they get burned on these fakes. I think this was something that had to happen. I'm glad that they're doing that.
Yeah, and I saw, so some of the biggest complaints I saw was that people don't like the aesthetic of the sticker, that if the sticker shouldn't have the QR code, that the QR code should be somewhere else on the box.
I get
And
that. I mean,
I get it. Like, okay, you're not going to have this like perfectly pretty sticker, but at the end of the day, like, I actually think it needs to be on the sticker, because the sticker is where 99% of the issue is. The box, the QR code on the bottom of the box, and the figure are the exact same as the shared stickered version. The problem is the sticker. So if you put the QR code on the bottom of the box, and let's say the con sticker is like similar to last year, shared sticker is similar to last year, you're going to have people that are going to do sticker swaps. And then you're going to have people that just buy the con sticker or the fake con sticker version of this pop, not knowing about this process. And there might be people that buy it and they never even check, because they don't even know like that's a thing. Like, there's people that still don't know that the Funko shop is just funko.com. You think they're going to know, like, okay, in 2024, they started doing the anti-fake sticker system. I need to be able to look at the QR code, scan it, make sure it's authentic. Like, no, it needs to be right on the sticker, right dead center, so people know its purpose.
I mean, I think this is a great idea, especially for anything that is a exclusive type thing, limited in number. I hope they do this with the NFTs. I think it'll look weird though with the stickers, but I hope they do it with the NFTs, because I'd love to see the authentication stuff happen with those. I think down the road you're gonna start seeing like more fakes of different things and things like that. Yeah, I mean, I don't have any issue with this. It reminds me of kind of a COA of any kind of like signed autograph pop,
Yeah.
and things like that too. So I think that's a cool part about it. So I think this is going to be great. It's going to be great for things like fun days, releases, and other drops as well too. The nice thing is it could tie to like the numbers as well too. Wouldn't that be cool if each one of these is a numbered sticker too when it's a LE? So you have number 877 out of 1,000 for the pops that are releasing for New York Comic Con. I think that this is the right move. It sounds like they got a company that moving in the right direction. I wonder how much stock they own in that company, like they did with Drop. So yeah, because they've kind of played it like that for a lot of these integrations. But EQL is another company. I mean, I think they're just embracing technology. EQL is one of those they embrace. Octane 5 is I haven't heard of this company before. So it's kind of like EQL it's not that old of a company. Octane, it sounds like a company that's doing the right thing, making it work. It's great for them to partner for people like Funko, so they can show how it works. It's probably Octane 5 probably wants to partner with, who knows, like any of the companies that do card releases and stuff like that too as well.
Yeah,
So
I mean, look, at the end of the day, like years ago, like this is just an example that I never understood why they didn't do it. Like years ago when they made Hikari figures. Now, Hikaris were anywhere from, I don't know, what was the lowest piece count at Hikari? I think
They had
100
like
pieces.
150 pieces.
Yeah, 100 pieces to, I think the highest one they had was like what, like 2,500 or 2,000. Like they didn't get super high up. Yeah, but they were all individually numbered with that authentication card in the bottom. So the fact that they could do that for Hikaris, like it's 2024, they should 1000% be taking advantage of technology. And there's no excuse why, if I go to Fun Days and I get a 50-piece pop, that I shouldn't be able to scan the QR code on the sticker of my pop that says, hey, you got pop number 43 out of 50 given out at Fun Days on this date. And then that way, whenever I go to sell it, or if I want to buy one from somebody, I can say, hey, can I scan that to see what number it is and to double check its authentication? Like, we should be moving in that direction, and everything under the umbrella kind of hit the nail on the head here. Where they put it, it's a way of finally acknowledging they are collectibles. This could also drive other decisions based on collectability. This is a huge positive, and I couldn't agree more. Like, this is a massive positive. So I hope that they make more decisions with the collector, which is in turn their customer, their main customer, in mind. Like, we keep these items for long periods of time. This isn't just like oh, I'm gonna buy it and then everyone sells it and then everybody who has it. Like, the average lifespan of a Funko collector is 3 years. That's a long time to be holding one particular item or collectible in your home. That's a long time. So I think it's a good thing, and I'm looking forward to seeing it. I think it should only be at cons, though. I think that will make cons a little bit extra special. And I don't think they haven't said anything about a price increase. So I saw people being upset, like, oh, this is going to make the retail cost of a pop more. Funko hasn't said anything about
preemptively getting angry.
Yes, yeah, exactly. And wouldn't you guys rather pay, like, retail for a pop right now is $15 for the con? I would pay 20 with the authentication.
Whoa! I paid 16. I'm not going to pay 20.
Well, would
20?
you rather?
You're going to jump it up $5?
Okay, here we go. No, I'm serious. Okay, 2 years from now, when you go to pay 100 for a pop that's increased in value on the secondary market, you pay 100, and then a year after that, you find out it's fake, and you're pissed.
John, I can't be duped. I am way too smart for that. So actually, I can be duped, and I've been duped before. So yeah, it's a good point. Still, if they added an extra buck, it wouldn't be the end of the world for me.
A buck
for con seasons. $5 is like a 40% increase. No, that's madness. Quite honestly, I can't even believe those words came out of your mouth, John. I'm going to forgive you for it. $16, yes, I would be okay with.
I'm using it as an example because I'd rather.
No, I'm not like completely disagreeing, because if we had to pay a little bit more for a technology like this, so be it. Like I forgot who said the comment now. These are collectibles. I'm okay. It's like a COA. It's like your certificate of authenticity right there. I'm okay paying a little bit of a premium for our con pops, because, man, I hate to say this, but like, they might not put these on commons, but unfortunately the amount of that they're producing of commons nowadays, commons are I just don't see the commons. It's not going to be like back in the day where you could buy the Simpsons pops and now they're worth $600. I just don't see that. I don't see that anymore, unless we have some other kind of ridiculous boom in collecting, which, I just don't see that around the corner. I think it's going to be the con stuff that's going to hold value over time. I think it's going to be the NFTs. I think it's going to be the limited piece stuff. I don't see commons and that kind of thing. The commons and that stuff, just enjoy. Take it out of the box. Keep it in your box. Do whatever you want to do with it. But I don't see those being counterfeited as much, because there just won't be any money in those. I just don't see that going forward.
Yeah.
Personally.
Well, is it going to be on the shared stickers as well?
Yeah, they were doing it. Yeah, they're shared sticker. I'm almost positive that I've seen it.
They're moving. Any exclusive, they're moving towards that too. So
that's what I read. Yeah,
that's what the blog sounded like. Any kind of exclusive.
Well, that's why I said the $20. Like, I would pay $20 like if I was at the booth, because I thought it was only going to be for the con stickers. Like, why would I need to authenticate? Because no one's sticker swapping you know what I mean? Like, nobody's
sticker swapping, but
shared
see,
sticker.
Again, though, it's not even the sticker swap that you got to be afraid of. You got to be afraid. Like, I got a metallic red Hulk over here that has been faked 10 million times, and pretty poorly on many of them. But you want to know whether it's got a shared sticker or not. Is that legit?
I think that's great, though, because if you think of it, John, you get the con. you get the con one that doesn't sell out. Maybe I don't know which one's on the list that's not going to sell out. You get the one that's there on Sunday and they have 50 of them left, and you buy them. But then you get somehow you get the one on retail. You get the Freddy Funko, and you're like, oh, I'm going to sticker swap this one with that one. Well, now when you scan it, they'll say, oh,
fair,
that was Care Bear, not Freddy Funko or whatever it is.
Good point. Good point.
So no one can do that kind of swap anymore, which a lot of people were doing for many years now. They take the cheap Funko one that no one wants, that left over from the con. They swap the sticker with the one they got at Funko Shop or grabbed at GameStop and sold it for twice the price.
Doing stickers like that can't be counterfeited. You're not only preventing the sticker swaps, but you're authenticating that pop from being fake down the road. Because you guys see how quickly there's fakes. Like literally, pops come out, and there is fakes of pops within 6 months, like and less. Like they come out right away. So
it's crazy.
It's absolutely insane. It's going to probably get worse. So having this combat that right from this point forward, I think it's fantastic.
And I want to thank our newest channel member, Gus. Welcome on into the team.
Welcome, Gus.
Gus is going to be at New York Comic Con, and 100%, I cannot wait to meet you. He said, can we join our posse? Man, I want to be part of your posse, man. I can't wait to see you on Friday at New York Comic Con. That's going to be amazing. But moving into our next topic, and somebody in the chat actually said that they could see this coming to NFTs by the end of the year. And I think that would actually be another great use of this new partnership, new system.
Yeah, and hey, when they do that, don't put a number on the sticker. When you authenticate it, we can find out how many are available right there. Yeah. How does that sound?
Yeah, that sounds.
You don't have to put $9.99 since there's only 450, and just authenticate that when you scan it.
Yep.
They could do some amazing stuff. I think there's some really cool stuff that they could do with this technology. I'll be excited to see what they do with it. I think it's nothing but a good thing. And if they have to up the price $1, and I hate even saying that because I don't want to say I'm giving you permission. Not that you need my permission, but you know what I'm saying? If that's what happened, I think that's a small price to pay for, having that.
No, and I don't take back what I said, but I apologize for jumping on I'll pay more. It's just I
know what you're saying.
I want I am okay. I just want Funko to give me something that is something that can't easily be faked. And I know there's also some people that are complaining QR codes can be, reproduced and everything. Yeah,
you can, but you can't make a lenticular sticker like that. Listen, they don't sell that for your printer.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. I want my item to be authentic. So I'm willing to, pay a little bit of a premium for it. But at the end of the day, honestly, Funko shouldn't charge us at all. They should just be hey, here's our exclusive. It's authentic. We've developed a new way to prevent it being authenticated, from duplicated, or faked or anything. And that's just built into the price of the item already. But next up, NFTs. We've got 3 new waves on the way,
as the kids would say.
Yeah, and I think Vince, are you screwed? Are you trying to get
John? Listen, October. Quite honestly, I will be in the poorhouse. We have all 3 of these. Actually, all 3 of these I love enough where we might do videos on all 3, which means we'll probably buy 7 packs of each of these, which is a lot of friggin' money. And we have NYCC in the same month. They had to do these 3 and NYCC in the same month. I love it though. Yeah, I love all 3. I can't wait to see what they do with G.I. Joe. Please do something fun and nothing too crazy.
I'm really hoping they do something different with Stranger Things too. I was kind of lackluster with the last drop. It was cool. It was fun. I love the Eddie, Freddy. But I think now they could do some really great things, or some other characters they haven't really done as part of Stranger Things pops, or add them in. But I think with the ability to do Stranger Things right before this next season comes out, I've been holding on to the next NFTs to the new season comes out, the last ones that we had to show off, and now maybe I'll have a whole nother set with it. But I'm definitely going hard on the Stranger Things. I I mean, last time I think Funko Ween was just terrible for me. I don't even remember if I got anything from Funko Ween. It was like that drop
I
that
think
sold
we
out
got one.
quickly. It will go crazy, I think, again. And then G.I. Joe, I think I'm just interested in seeing what is the possibility with G.I. Joe. There's so many great characters with G.I. Joe, or so many different ways they could do things and some unique things.
I don't think we never got a Duke, have we? I don't think we have a Duke, do we? Trying to think. No,
part of the retro.
so for me, it's Funko Ween and G.I. Joe are the two bigger ones for me. Stranger Things is probably it's still something that we're gonna go after, but personally, Funko Ween and G.I. Joe are definitely like I can't wait for.
Yeah, I'm ready for Funko Ween. Aaron says Funko Ween will be where we will get more Franny. Bring it on, because the Funko Ween series is just incredible. Like I still love these so much. Like the zombie samurai I have right here, like they just did. Oh yeah, it's the same card as the one on the screen. Like, and the fact that they just went ahead and did us all a favor and made these all glow is just
it's
just incredible.
I think they'll up the packs this year just because how well they did. I mean, it kind of reminds me of April Fools, right? They up packs more this past time. I could see them upping packs this time. Plus, they've changed a lot of what's going on with how their drop works, how their shipping works, how they've changed so much since the last year. I think they've improved much and much more the marketplace now with them and everything else going on. I think they've done a really good job. So I'm excited about it. I'm excited what to come with some of these NFTs that are coming out. I have our alien drop video, our alien video coming out tomorrow. So aliens will come out. What we got in that round. So there's some. I think they're doing really good jobs with lines.
Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, bring it on.
Three good ones.
NFTs are doing well. I mean, kind of hoping for not this much fire in October so we could give our wallets a break for New York Comic Con, but
they're taking it all before the holiday season comes rolling around.
I can't believe we're already saying that.
Smart.
I walked into Home Depot yesterday or 2 days ago, whenever it was, and they had all their Christmas stuff up. I was like, what is...
Well, yeah, it's almost October 1st. Of course Christmas would be out.
I'm like, I don't even think it's like full pumpkin season yet, but okay, this is where we're at. Like, let's do it. Vito be popping. What's going on, my friend? Good to see you in the chat as always. All right, so there's one more thing that I kind of want to bring up, circle back to New York Comic Con, because we didn't have a chance to talk about it. Actually, no, I take it back. There's two things that I wanted to talk about really quick. We didn't cover all of the New York Comic Con stuff. I mean, frankly, the catalog is pretty big, but it is New York Comic Con. The Cosmic Freddy, yes, I cannot wait. Cosmic Freddy did not drop yet, but I am so excited for that Freddy when it does eventually drop. But can we talk about Batman for a minute? Because I want to get everybody's thoughts on the Batman exclusive that we are getting for New York Comic Con. We just celebrated Batman Day, 85th anniversary. Are you guys excited for this one, or
no?
Is it kind of a miss? Because
didn't we kind of get this one already?
Yeah,
we do. We have a similar version that came out a few years back,
holding the mask and
but no, not holding the mask.
Yeah, this is cool, but if we never got is this the Batman That Laughs or something like that?
Yeah, Batman.
Is that what it? Yeah. Like if we never got one of those, like I think that this would be kind of cool because it kind of fits in with I think that it would be cool, but like we already got it, so it doesn't feel super special per se.
Yeah, I think it's okay. I think it's part of the 85 years. There's going to be so many Batman. I mean, they already talked about Series 2 of the NFTs coming out.
Yeah, did you? Okay, so I think I thought about that when I saw them post that. I don't even think they have the concepts for it. I think they just wanted to make a post on Batman Day.
Yeah, I feel like Batman Day, they're like, Series 2 is coming. So who knows when it's coming, but it's coming, which we kind of know. When they call something Series 1, there's probably going to be Series 2 around the corner somewhere. Yeah, no, it's just not for me. It's not one I need for my collection.
I think this is a super cool mold, but yeah, I don't think I'll pick this one up either. There's one of my favorite pops I think released this year is in this drop from NYCC.
Which one?
Can you guess?
Your favorite? So
One of my favorites. One of my favorite because it's an obscure-ish character.
Ooh,
Halloweenish themed. Fantastic line that we're pretty much complete on.
Oh, I'm curious.
John, I don't think we would match on the dating game if you can't guess this.
Is it the Care Bear?
Do you even know me?
I don't know what you're talking about.
We
so
just
confused
became
right now.
unfriended, I believe. Care Bears?
The Looney Tunes? Oh, the Looney Tunes chick?
Yeah.
The witch?
The witch.
Oh my god!
Jack, you don't even know me anymore.
It looks like
I can't believe
it reminds me
I'm
of
so
witch.
sorry. I'm the witch Hazel. I'm so sorry.
Care Bears.
Yeah, I wasn't the only one who guessed it. Riley said the Care Bear. I didn't
Riley,
know.
you don't know
have
me
this
either.
Secret Care Bear collection.
When have I ever
that
talked
don't know
about Care Bears? I've never talked about a Care Bear.
I don't know.
Listen, I like
said
Care Bears, but
Halloween.
It was going to be Britney Spears or the witch.
I don't know,
Britney
man.
Spears
I
or
don't.
the
You have a lot of stuff. You just pull stuff out all the time.
You
You literally squirrel away half the catalog.
son of a gun. Are we married now? Is this
I
what
don't know.
happened? we are married. You don't know me, and you just hit the nail on the head. I have a collecting problem. But yes, Witch Hazel. I mean, what a great, huh?
I'm
Is this
so
not
sorry.
amazing for the listen? If you don't like Looney Tunes, then no, this is not that amazing. But I love it. I can't wait for this pop.
Interestingly enough, so this is my stupidity aside, this is the first time that we're getting the Witch Hazel pop, right?
100%
did actually make a Witch Hazel figure back in the day as one of the Funko Vision figures.
Really?
I want to show you guys this because when I was doing my research for yesterday's video,
I love Funko Vision.
I saw it,
so
and
cool.
it's actually pretty expensive. They did a really cool figure set of Witch Hazel and Bugs Bunny. It's expensive, but you'd think it'd be more expensive for how old it is. So,
in the television set, they've got several
I love
that are
these
super
Funko
cool
Vision
like
ones.
this.
Yeah, but look at the design of like Bugs in the cauldron and everything.
How great would this be? That Bugs Bunny in a cauldron
for a 2-pack, a pop 2-pack.
Oh my! Well, 2-pack would be fantastic, but just give me that pop in general.
Yeah. So it goes for $135. Hasn't sold.
Surprised.
Last one sold. At least the recorded sales they have 3 years ago. It's only sold twice in the last 3 years. And what year did this come out? This is only a 1,500 piece in 2007. So I
think there was a couple. There was several of the Looney Tunes made like that. Those were super cool.
Yeah, they did a Scooby-Doo one too. They did some pretty cool stuff back in the day. But anyway, this is another example of like what Funko's doing right. Like, give us an obscure side character who's getting their first pop at a big con like New York Comic Con. So
and doing an amazing job with it, which I think they did. They captured her perfectly. I love Witch Hazel.
And just because I was so dumb, I'm gonna buy this for you.
See, now we really are married. Oh my gosh,
I'm gonna go to New York Comic Con.
Just gonna purchase something.
No, I'm gonna put this. I guess you do know our
me.
Videos. I will. I'm gonna try. I will put this in one of our videos at New York Comic Con. I'm gonna try to hunt down this pop. I might make it a whole video. I'm hunting down this pop for Vince. I might have to pay an arm and a leg. So the retailer who gets my money is gonna be super thrilled. But I'm gonna get it for you.
I like the way this is going.
It ended up well. It started out in a fury, but it ended up well.
I was offended, and now I'm flattered. It's we've come full circle in this stream tonight.
There we go. All right. Well, let's keep the emotions alive here before we wind things down in a few minutes. So I know you're excited for Witch Hazel. Oh, Colton's just said it. John, I'm sorry to say that I'll be buying the Kylo. See, Colton's, I'm not upset at you.
I think all seriousness,
actually isn't that
I think
bad.
This is kind of good.
It is, and it's
by
good.
far the best Kylo Ren mold. You get the movement from the from his cape. I'm calling it. The hood looks cool. Whoever the artist was, they knocked this one out of the park. I didn't think I'd be impressed by a Kylo Ren anything.
I was shocked.
I love this. Like, I was not going to buy this. I think I'm going to buy this, which I
If
can't
there was
even believe I
only
just said
other,
that.
if there was like maybe 5 other Kylo Rens or less, or if this had been released in 2017 New York Comic Con right
Yeah.
alongside The Force Awakens, like this would probably be like a $150 pop here in 2024 with the con sticker. I mean,
Throw all your other Kylos out and buy this one. I mean, I
Yeah,
really do think it's that good. I think that
oh,
this
Dave,
is really
yes,
good.
we still need to talk about that. We will talk about that in a few minutes. Oh yeah, we didn't even talk about Animal. Yeah, we got to talk about Animal too.
Oh my
But
God,
no, this
Animal.
Kylo looks great. I am just upset. I hope they just got it wrong in saying they're calling it Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, because this is before he technically became Supreme Leader. But I'm just upset that we didn't get anything else in terms of
Yeah, I
Star
get
Wars.
that.
Like, this is it. Like, how is this the only character we're getting for Star Wars? Like, there's so much stuff going on right now. There's so many characters, even just from the Ahsoka series, that they could have done that we didn't get. I mean, so I'm just upset that it's not a different character that we've never seen before, and that's why I'm frustrated once again with the inconsistency. Why do we have all these characters from anime, from Looney Tunes, that are getting their first time debut character pops, but for Star Wars, you're giving us a character who looks good, but they've beat Kylo to death. I mean, they've done every Kylo: unmasked, masked, cracked mask, lightsaber, glow in the dark, lights and sounds. I mean, I guess the only thing
All
they
they
haven't
needed
done is
was
like,
a hooded to round out the collection, and we got it.
but they say it's hooded, but like half the ones of him are hooded, so it's like it doesn't
It's
really
true as well.
make sense. But there we go. I had to get my little rant in, and unfortunately, this is likely going to sell well. So it's going to show Funko that, wow, we can just release a character that we've already done, that and people are going to buy it. And unfortunately, I feel like it would take people standing up and going, no, I'm not going to buy this, for them to make Ventress, for them to make a Clone Commander Wolf, for them to make Clone Commander Fox, Gree. I mean, there's just so Fives, Jesse. Like, there's just so many other characters that I want. Like, where's that Star Killer? Like that we just saw that leak of, or rumor of, a couple weeks ago. So yeah, I don't know what they're doing with Star Wars. I'm not going to be buying this, because I don't want to show Funko that I'm okay with buying a character that we already have. I want them to earn my money. So they're not going to get my money with this one. But Gus had a great question about New York Comic Con. Yes, the retailers have the con pops. Yes, the retailers sell the same pops. What they do is they have people that will stand in line, buy up all the pops, and then they'll bring them back to their booth. They'll upcharge and sell them for more money, so they can make money. So you won't be able to find them for $15. Depending on the booth, they usually charge double.
I think he's saying retailers, like the retailers
Hot
that are at
Topic,
a shared
Target.
exclusive. The shared exclusive, like Target, Hot
Oh,
Topic.
yeah, of
all
course.
those.
Yeah.
So,
Maybe we could go through that next week a little bit more too, as we get a little bit closer.
That gets
Yeah.
confusing sometimes, and not all of them are the same, and how they drop them.
Some are
and-
Funko Shop only, so it's definitely something we can go over a little bit more.
Yeah, there's a lot of confusion, especially with New York Comic Con. So I think we'll do we'll definitely do a big Q&A. And even if you're not going, like there's still a lot of stuff that you might not know. But Dr. John, have a fantastic evening. All right, the last pop from New York Comic Con that I wanted to discuss before we move into the Dish Trackers issue is the animal from the Muppets line, which looks absolutely incredible. And they're giving us 2 versions. So if you don't want to pay the big bucks, because I think this flocked one is going to demand some big bucks right out of the gate, there's also the regular one.
Yeah, and I don't know. Some people don't like this. I think that this is fine.
Yeah,
I'd rather see it this way. I think we said this maybe before.
They don't like the pop, or they don't like the fact that they're
no, they don't like that it's the limited flocked, and then the retailer, the shared not flocked. I think that this is good when they do it this way.
I think that they should do the flocked version as the con limited piece. There shouldn't be, and I think we talked about this with San Diego Comic Con, like there shouldn't be a regular animal with the con sticker.
You
like
would just not let. Well, is there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there is.
Yeah, there will be. Yeah.
Yeah, I
It's-
don't think that's. Yeah, okay, I agree with that. I think that
it's
they
just
should have
like
the
what we
1,000-piece
saw.
flocked, and then the shared sticker should just be the regular one.
Just like
Right.
Thrawn from San Diego.
Yeah, they did that with Baymax, Thrawn,
Right.
the Zero with the sunglasses. Like they did that for a bunch of them for San Diego Comic-Con. But
You
I
know,
think that the flocked animal right here, I think this is the best pop of the con.
It's
I think it's
definitely up
really
there
good.
for me
I
too.
think it'll be one of the pricier ones, definitely out of the gate.
And it's in the regular sized box, which is something that I was really concerned about just because he has the drums.
This one will be really good though. This one looks
Yeah, this is great.
And Anna, you are correct. It will match the Lego CMF they came out with a few years ago very well, if you happen to have that one. But yeah, I just think this one is great. It's something different. You know, this is like pure Funko genius because this is where they really shine. They did a couple versions of Animal. There's even an OG flocked Animal, but this is the first time that he has the drums. So you're taking a character that they haven't overdone. They haven't made that many versions of this character. He's from the Muppets. Muppets is very popular, but you're making it different and unique in the fact that, like, even if you're just going after the regular one with the shared sticker, you're still going to get an amazing pop for your Muppets collection. So, but how much, out of curiosity, how much do you guys think this is going to be selling for, like, first 24 hours?
250,
250.
Oh,
300.
I would go more.
Really?
So?
I mean, first 24 hours, first
More
people
than
that
3?
have it, people will be going crazy. Oh yeah,
Yeah, because 1,500 pieces, that means they're only releasing, like, and yeah, everybody in the chat, put your guesses as well. They're only going to be releasing what, like 400 something a day? Like,
now do they have a regular flocked animal, right?
yes, it was a 3,000 piece Funko Shop, I think.
How much is that one?
That'll
give you a good like indicator of like
I think it's 100.
Is it 100? 3,000 piece Funko Shop?
Let me look this up here. Flocked animal.
I mean, there's always going to be the crazy hype. I say by the end of the con, I think you guys are right. First day, people are going to way overpay.
I just don't listen. I think the Muppets are fantastic, but I just don't. You know what? What am I talking about? Probably between 3 and 4 people will be paying right out the gate.
I was right. Look at me. $95 PPG. It actually just went down $5. They probably just changed it just now because I was trying to guess.
John was right. Change it.
Pretty much. Oh, it was a 4,000 piece. I said 3,000.
It's a lot more. So that's a lot more.
Yeah, 4,000 is a lot. Oh, that's a good one though.
But this came out
at its height. At its height, it was 165. We're talking about price now. It's gone down. At its height of prices, of course, that's like the 2023 time. Yeah. I could see this one being easily 350 plus for the first couple days.
I'll risk bankruptcy for this.
I think, yeah, 350 plus.
Savage has it more than 1,000. Well, Savage does have a big
point.
audience, so
I think there's going to be people that just want it. I mean, just like anything else, we've seen other things that we know are going to be retail after the con, sell for 3 times the price the first day. You know, like people just want to be the first ones, which is funny. They don't really actually have it in hand usually, but I mean, but on like a live auction or something like that, or someone posted, I guess, on eBay for buy it now, that kind of thing, they'll be able to get some crazy prices.
Yeah, and you know, now that I'm saying this, like the Flock Tony the Tiger from SDCC a couple years back, that was probably selling 300, 350 the first day, and it's now $100 pop, $75 pop, something like that. It's not crazy at all.
It's still pretty good. I mean, that's about what you'd expect, though.
No, well, I mean, it's a 1,500 piece. The 3,000 piece at one point was going for 500. So,
well, that's a little different because you have. I feel like there's more versions of Tony the Tiger than there is.
No, you're right.
Animal, but you could also argue that Tony the Tiger is more popular than Animal. From because how many people collect Muppets versus how many people collect ad icons? Like,
I don't know. I don't know what the greater would be at this point.
I just love it. We don't have many Muppets pops, and I actually want it because I think it looks so good.
I agree with you.
So, John, you guessed Vince's top pick. You did not guess Vince's top pick, but could you guess what my top pick is?
Oh,
And we didn't see it yet.
oh God.
Did we see it yet, Josh? I need a hint.
I mean, really, I'm going to save a lot of money this con. I'm going to spend a lot on NFTs in October.
Yeah, I know, me too.
Like,
Your
I feel
top
like
pick. You said you're going to save a lot of money. Is it the shirt? Is your top pick the shirt? I don't know. I couldn't guess.
I mean, I really think my top pick would be Freddy. Like,
oh
yeah,
come on, that's like everybody wants the Freddy.
But no, right? But that's I mean, and after that, what would be my like non-Freddy top pick? I mean, Freddy's not limited. It's not. It's going to be Funko Shop exclusive. But
I don't have a big list on this one either. Really,
my next one would not be a Funko Shop exclusive. My next one,
maybe Knuckles.
So that's always good to
know.
I
don't know. I'm a terrible friend. I don't know what you guys collect. I don't know.
I would say Metal Knuckles.
Oh, I said Knuckles.
He said Knuckles.
I said Knuckles.
Yeah, look at you guys.
Cool. I said Knuckles. Nice.
Knuckles would be my next one after Freddy. I think Freddy's. Yeah. I mean, truthfully, on the drop, that's all I feel I need to get. If I no, there's. I really feel like for my collecting and what I collect, it's just not there.
This will be a smaller one for me. I'm probably like 4, is what I would say.
I'm going to get the biddies. I'm going to go after the biddies.
It's a smaller list. If you collect anime, you're screwed. Like, that's it.
Oh yeah, anime too. 6, 7. I only got 7. I think.
I think that's a good thing because there's 3 NFT drops, so I'm okay with that.
And potentially a box of fun. So
whatever a box.
You can't rule that out.
Which will probably excite me.
We need the Freddy, the biddies, Deadpool, and the Zamboni.
Box of Fright. I don't know.
Flocked Animal, I don't think is going to happen for several months, but those are the ones that we're going to try to get. We might not even get the biddies because they might sell out. But before we close out, there is another order of business really quick we're going to talk about. So some of you guys brought it up in the chat. You noticed that Diss Trackers is temporarily not on Instagram, and he's a big news source for us here in the pop culture community. So what happened was I saw his post, and he wasn't the only one who posted it, and I think he's just the biggest page that they took down. I don't know how many other pages they took down because of this, but essentially he just put up a pop that had a spoiler warning on the back of 2 characters that are going to show up in the Agatha All Along Disney Plus show that's airing right now. So apparently he got this email from Funko. I don't think it's coming from Funko. I think it's coming from the IP, which is Disney. And I think they're cracking down on spoilers because they want people to watch Agatha all along. Now, this is probably a temporary ban. Unfortunately, Instagram and Meta, they do not mess around when it comes to, big companies being upset with an influencer with the page. So hopefully it'll be back up soon and everything will be straightened out. But that's just my knowledge of the situation. If anybody else has.
And it also, like, I can tell you because I've been in social media dealing with it for years and years and years now. It could be also not just if you look at the language in here, it does answer multiple issues. So this might be his like, hey, this is your 3rd, 4th strike. We warned you about this before. You did it. And also, who knows how many people have done this. This could be something totally unrelated as well, too. I mean, there's other people that can submit things. And sometimes it's just told up. I know friends that have been in Facebook jail kind of things before for saying the wrong thing or someone not liking them and doing their account because there is no person to call on the end of Instagram and Facebook Meta. Like there is no person you can talk to unless you actually know like someone that works there and is an account rep for big companies or something like that. Mostly it's just support email stuff waiting, and you're in this like limbo jail type thing. So hopefully everything works out with his account and gets fine. But it does sound like there was multiple infractions in the message he posted that's on there. But who knows what's going on. And like you said, Disney doesn't play around. So
No.
we were
No, they
talking
don't.
earlier before the stream. I said Disney doesn't play around. I mean, there was a preschool that had a drawing of Disney artist stuff in that, and they were told they had to take it down and stuff like that. So Disney is one to really protect their IP. So do not mess with Disney.
And you can't blame them, because at the end of the day, like if you're paying, like you can't blame both parties. And that was a good point, Josh. Like this could be a multiple infractions that have led up to this. But at the end of the day, Disney is putting out a streaming service that people pay for. So if you're one of those people paying for the subscription service, which we are, I don't want to go online and see a spoiler, just as the same as, you know, Disney doesn't want people going online seeing a spoiler, because then they might not watch the show. That's less viewers. They might cancel the Disney Plus because they're upset. Like that is a business, you know, that's something that directly impacts them as a business. So I understand like why
and it
they're
might
upset.
still be going through approval too.
Yeah.
Like that pop might not be fully approved, or
Right.
the pop on the back or anything like that. Like there's still an approval process even at the end of the day. Like they could say no, we don't want those to go out or do or whatever. I'm sure.
But yeah, that's yeah, Disney sends lawyers to cons with cease and desist letters. Yeah, Disney does not mess around. They have their own mafia squad. Thana says, how does everyone feel about the situation with New York Comic Con and the Funko booth reserve bypass problem? I'm unaware of this. Do you guys know?
Listen, I've always heard that there's a reason how some people get in the line every single year and other people can never, ever get in line. So I'm sure that there's a way to dupe the system. I mean, I don't know any.
I mean, people also sometimes pay for the VIP pass, which
they do that
you
too.
pay a lot of money to get it, and you're first up to get it for the next year and renew it. So people pay that. There's also, for those that don't know, there are also accessibility lines and passes that can come back instead of standing in line for a certain length of time. They can come back at a certain time to be able to access booths and stuff like that, which is a great thing they do as well too. But they have go through certain standards and all those kind of things.
Yeah. We've never gotten into the booth. I know other people that never get into the booth either, and they just pay other people who have for their slot. So, but yeah, like I think the other thing is, and I'm not trying to take away from like, there might be something shady going on, but I think also you have to recognize that there's other people that might get into the booth every year because they are very aggressive in how they do it, and they're willing to pay hundreds, if not thousands of dollars for like the first couple time slots. Like those first slots on Thursday, I'm sure go for a pretty penny. But at the end of the day, like people have been messaging us all week, you know, because obviously we're going to New York Comic Con and everything. We don't go to New York Comic Con for the Funko booth. Like we go for the experience, we go for the people. We don't go for the pops. Like I don't want to spend my New York Comic Con time in line waiting for a pop. Some people do, but some people might have thank you. Exactly, Joe. The 10 a.m. time slots on Thursday are going for $1,000 to $1,500 each. So people are paying $1,000 to $1,500 for the slot. That's before you even get to the con. That's before you buy a coffee.
That doesn't come with anything.
No, and then you still have to buy the product. So like it's a business. There's probably people that set up bots, and they probably try to get those slots and sell them. And then that's, they make money off that. That's their business. But there's also a lot of people that go to New York Comic Con. They get the pops because they're getting them for their own retailer. They're getting them for their own website, their own whatnot auctions. Like, they have intention to sell them immediately. So those time slots matter. And honestly, I'd rather let people who need that slot get it. Like as collectors, I think there's nothing wrong with like getting stuff little by little, once the con is over. Like if you really want the con stickers, like if you're going to go to the con and stand in line, like it's a gamble because you're still going to go to the con. You get your time slot. You go in line. They could not have that flocked animal that you want. Like, it's a gamble.
Oh, imagine, yeah, if you paid $1,000 and they have none of the 4 Funko Fusions available on Thursday, and you paid $1,000 or $1,500, you're gonna
happened.
And
you're gonna be so mad and frustrated, and you start yelling at people, I'm sure too, and all this.
And the Funko employees have no control because if they've already given out the allotted stock for the day, like, you can't get mad at them. It's a limited piece. They just don't have any more. So it's not a gamble that we're willing to take. But like I said, everyone goes to New York Comic Con for different reasons. So, but anyway, we've talked quite a bit. We are 5 minutes over our normal
a lot of stuff this week. Wow.
The next couple weeks are going to be crazy leading on into New York Comic Con. Like, hopefully we'll get more clarity on some of the stuff we talked about tonight. We got the Hot Topic Scare Fair in a week or two here. So hopefully we'll get more clarity on the Art the Clown issue. And then hopefully we'll get glam shots of some of these amazing NFT waves that are going to be dropping in October. But Vince, take it away. What do you got for everybody coming up over the next few weeks here?
We've got some videos coming out in the next couple weeks here that are going to be absolutely amazing. We have our Halloween auction on October 11th, guys. Make sure you go bookmark that. Halloween time is like our favorite time of the year. We always do a big Halloween video every year. We're going to have our auction on October 11th. And then we just got a bunch of good mystery boxes in. We got some fun ones. So we haven't opened anything, and it's been tough lately to get the boxes open, but today's Thursday, right? We have a video out today, and then we'll film something over the weekend for Sunday. And guys, have a fantastic week, everyone.
Nice. Josh, what you got?
So actually have videos coming out. We got we got Friday tomorrow, Aliens. I open an NFT pack for Aliens, and then on Sunday I'll have Sunday I'll have a bunch of boxes we got in from Fugitive from a couple Whatnot auctions with some nice grails. So Vince knows about a couple of them because
I sure do.
He was with me on them. So
me and Josh were bidding like crazy.
And then next week we have Soda auction. So come out on Wednesday night, hang out with us, play some fun Soda mystery boxes and some fun stuff with that. And then that's I think about it coming up right now. So looking forward to a bunch of fun stuff.
Nice. It's pretty busy on our end as well. So yesterday we had our New York Comic Con reaction video to all the new exclusives. And then today we actually dropped a vlog. So I've been working on trying to film more of the behind the scenes, everything that we're doing right now, especially leading up to New York Comic Con and Toys for Tots. So if you want to check out that video today, it's it's not scripted. It's just what happens literally behind the scenes. But Joanna and I had a lot of fun with it, and we got a lot of great feedback. So I'm going to try to put more videos like that together, especially over the next few weeks. But thank you guys so much for all the support. Just overall, we celebrated 4 years on Whatnot over the weekend, which was incredible. And we're actually going to be doing a live stream tomorrow here on the channel, so here on YouTube. And we hope to see you guys there. We got some stuff that we need to finally unbox. It'll be our first live stream here in the new house. So if you guys aren't doing anything, come on over and hang out. But it's going to be fun next few weeks leading up to New York Comic Con. Thank you to everybody. There was 2 people who signed up for our Patreon tonight during the live. So guys, please message us. I think Gus, you signed up as a channel member, but I think you're already in the group chats. But if you signed up as a Patreon member recently and you're not in one of our group chats over on Instagram, please message us or email us so we can get you into one of those groups. But tonight was a fantastic stream. You guys are amazing. Thank you for coming out. As always, don't stop shooting until you score. Have a great night, everybody.
Night, everyone.
Everyone.